and welcome back. Okay, last time we were contemplating whether to take the witch contract here or not. Honestly, it's a pretty dumb move to take it, but I am going to take it because we are the beast slayers. So I've changed a few things here. So Gajon, who has high initiative, now has the undead trophy, doubling resolve against mind control. So the plan here is to use Gajon aggressively against whatever we face here, and hopefully the witches or the witch will target him and fail at the charm. And I also put Malabode to the front line, so maybe we can actually snipe a witch here. It's a bit of a risky position for sure, but we do have some rotations available to us in case we need them. Enhard is now in the front line, has a longsword, kind of the same deal as Wolf here, a little bit. Both are high initiative based characters. Borghild is still in the front. It's a bit of a risk though, because if Borghild gets charmed, she will do a lot of damage against us with this great axe. And with that in mind, actually we should move Emmerich over to this side where it's slightly less risky. And Asa is sitting out for now because she has this dislocated shoulder, so it's a liability. So this is a high RNG fight, and we will probably need to use nets. We might need to stun or daze with Walram. The regular tactic that people use, or the strategy that people use in vanilla, which is equipping people with these wooden sticks, is less effective in here because most of our people have steel brow if they have it available to them, so they are not stunnable anyway. We also don't have a whipper who could disarm people. We do have a couple of whips in the inventory, but I think I'm just going to not take a whip here because, well, basically no one's like really good at using them, especially for the disarm. There's no cleaver specialist. I guess Borghild could maybe like get a couple of disarms in. Let's quickly check what the fatigue cost is. Yes, 30. So basically like 2, maybe 3. So that is something we could perhaps do, but I think we'll pass. So the plan here is to just, I don't know, survive somehow, maybe snipe the witches with Malabode, get them to charm Gajon, and use Sir Hilda's nets. Well, Chloe also has nets, and Gajon has nets. So we'll see. This is, as I said, highly risky, kind of a stupid thing to be doing, because it's so RNG dependent. We fought witches only once, I think, in the Crusader run. That went well. However, in that run everyone had fortified mind, and also the Crusader, being an avatar character, was immune to charms. So this will be quite a bit tougher, probably. But let's take this, because we are the Beastie Boys. We don't back away from fights like this. Well, we have been backing away, but let's not back away anymore, at least for this one occasion. And hopefully this fight doesn't happen during the night, because our banner actually has nyctophobia, and also it will lower the effectiveness of our one ranged character. Anyway, let's set up camp here. And let's see what happens. Hopefully this witch appears during the dawn. Nope. It is the night time.
Ah, I smell your ancestry, sellsword, but it matters not where you come from. The pact must be paid by the firstborn's blood, and anyone who stands in our way will bleed in kind.
The company falls into formation and you tell Everard to keep his head down. To arms! Okay, so we'll see. Are there only 5 opponents? Okay, we have a white direwolf. Quite deadly. However, we do have nets and we have, well, basically Volram to stun. Maybe Serhilda. We have a frenzied direwolf and we have a hex coven leader and a brigand raider. So not a lot of enemies, but this will quite likely go kind of badly. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah. The white direwolf, extremely deadly opponent, and it's super RNG what happens with the hexes. So the plan here is to move Gajon up front and hopefully absorb the initial charms. But it being the nighttime means Malabod's crossbow is far less effective. And yeah, we only have a couple of people who can actually stun the white direwolf, so that is indeed a problem, probably. So if we take this spot, we have a direct line of sight on the coven leader. And I think we will have enough vision, probably. But it's a risky spot to take for sure. So Gajon can get to this tile here. Well, anyway, if Malabod gets charmed, it's not that bad, I guess. What we will lose is our ability to do ranged damage against the hexes, but other than that, it's not that bad. So we could open this fight by doing this move. I guess we'll do it. And we can rotate people out if it gets bad. So we have 77 here. Let's take it. Okay, it doesn't do much. So it doesn't say that they have nimble, but basically that damage was very poor. Well, armor hit for 55. But it says armor 0 out of 25, so not sure what's going on with that. Body hit for 13. Well, whatever. And the white direwolf might join the fight early or might not, we'll see. But let's move Gajon here. Hopefully get them to target him. Yep. Gajon resists. Hex drinks Night Owl Elixir. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think that's legends only. I'm not sure if they do that in vanilla. But yeah, that is also a problem. But let's see what the Coven leader does. And also, yeah, the Coven leader, when she is hit, spawns these saplings. So even though there's initially only 5 enemies, this is far more dangerous than it seems. Okay, here's the raider engaging us. Everard, who we're protecting, I guess can just run off. Okay, Coven leader goes here. That means that our high initiative characters do have a chance at rushing her. But we'll see. Anyway, so this hex has, both of the hexes have basically spent their turns here, so we can now do things. The big question is, when will this white direwolf join the fight and where will it decide to go? Yeah, sure. I do agree with that. So the white direwolf, super deadly. I need to be careful with that. But luckily, it can be dazed, it can be stunned, it can be baffled. We could overwhelm it, but no one has overwhelm. And yeah, nets especially valuable against the white direwolf to improve our chances to hit and to lower its initiative. And maybe make it spend its turn trying to break free. So what we could do here is rotate perhaps our high initiative characters forward, maybe even be able to get to the Coven leader. But that is a bit of a long shot perhaps, though we could rotate like Sami a couple of times at least, maybe even 3 times here. So that does spend the turn of some of our people doing not much basically, but Sami here could potentially get to the Coven leader and kill her before she's able to do anything, which would be very valuable indeed. The other option would be Wolf or maybe Enhard. Even Chloe might be able to do something with just the fighting spear and her bad melee skill, but I think someone like Sami is a better bet. So let's rotate Sami forward here. Do I go with this though? I guess so. The problem with using Valram here is I might want to use Valram to maybe stun the White Direwolf if it decides to already join the fight and take like this position here. So maybe I should not use Valram's rotation here, but we can use Boldemin's rotation. Could even rotate twice if we wanted to, but let's just do it once. And wait and wait and wait. And Chloe will advance now. And in a fight like this, it is quite likely that someone will die. But if that happens, then we won't be too sad. Well, depending on who dies, we might be a little more sad. But at this point, we do have some reserve characters anyway. And it's always exciting when people die. And we can once again recruit new people as well. So not too scared about that actually, as long as we win. Anyway, Enhard here has a high initiative. Let's just use him aggressively. Same deal with Wolf, though we could... No, we can't rotate. Okay, Wolf just... Yeah, sure. Anywho, Wolf... I guess we'll move here with Wolf. So this raider could be blocked. Well, could give Sami one more tile to move safely through the raider's zone of control if we move someone here, but we can do it with someone else maybe. No, we can't actually. So what we could do is move Wolf here, and at the start of next round, after we've moved Sami here during his turn now, so at the start of next round we could use Sami's launch to get to the Coven leader. That is actually an okay plan. The other option is to just move here and maybe have even maybe like 3 or even maybe even 4 people go for the Coven leader before she can act. We'll see. I think I'll go here. But yeah, now we see what the White Direwolf does. Is it still going to stay as a bodyguard, or is it going to rush in and destroy us? Okay, it is rushing in. And White Direwolves have fast adaptation, so even if you have a billion melee defense, they will eventually hit you, and it will hurt. It will hurt a lot. They also have a huge amount of initiative, which means that freedom of movement is far less safe as it usually is. However, we can now use Sami like this. So we move Sami here, and we can now launch on the White Direwolf. By itself, that's not going to do a lot of damage, because the White Direwolf has 200 armor and 400 hit points while being nimble. But it gets us to this position, which allows us to launch at the Coven leader at the start of next round. Yeah, it doesn't do much. So we need to use the nets, and we need to get our one capable. Well, if you can call Valram capable as a stunner near the White Direwolf, because the problem with Valram is that he only has 78 melee skill while being confident. He does have Backstabber and Fast Adaptation though, so eventually we will land some stuns. Hopefully that's enough. Anyway, Serhilda. We could use a net even on the Raider. Maybe. Just to be safe here. But let's already, we have a huge range here. A range of 5. So let's just use one of these reinforced throwing nets on the white direwolf here. And we can immediately equip another one thanks to, was it this perk? Yeah, that perk. So we have one ready for later use as well. Okay, that's bad. So we no longer can launch at the Coven Leader since the Frenzied Direwolf took this position. And also these guys have Nimble as well, so it's going to take quite a bit to actually be able to kill them. So this fight might go very badly indeed. But it's still okay so far. And yeah, we need to be aggressive here. I don't see any other option. So let's move with Herman. Let's move with Emmerich. Over here. And yeah, Walram. Okay, this position I guess. We also don't have Inspire, so we are just limited to one of these knockovers per turn for Walram, but maybe we can land 1 or 2 stuns with like Serhilda. But yeah, I should have equipped like one more mace at least, just in case we meet one of these white direwolves during this contract. Hugely RNG dependent, these witch contracts. And yeah, these hexes are going to be a pain. They are going to be an absolute pain once they start charming people successfully. Guess we'll have to deal with it when that happens. Okay, we need the banners. Resolve boost here. Okay. And hopefully Borkild doesn't get charmed. Alright, so we can move here. That enables Wolf to take this position. Let's also just use a net on the Coven Leader. Improves our chances to hit. Okay, I guess we just go for it. 86 to hit the Coven Leader. Okay, good. Just imagine it if these Coven Leaders actually had Nimble as well. So that helps us a lot. So we were able to kill the Coven Leader, which will make the rest of this fight far simpler. We do still have the regular Hex and, most importantly, the white Direwolf to deal with, though. Anywho, I guess we just start killing. Maybe I shouldn't have ended Wolf's turn here, because if Wolf gets charmed, that will eat up a little bit of the charm. Even if all of his action points had been spent. But let's do it with Enhard, so just wait here. Yes, it is very funny that your friend died. Anywho, I guess we go for the white Direwolf with Sami. And we miss a 95 there. Let's use a net on this Hex. And wait. And wait with Serhilda. Okay. 85 with Malabord to hit the Hex. It's a good hit, but we still need one more. Still need one more, and no one can get to her at the moment. So someone might get charmed here, unless we get lucky. Anyway, let's deal damage to the white Direwolf. So we should probably kill the Raider first, because the Raider will be far easier to kill and will lower the morale of the rest of these guys. And we've been stunned by Sami. Yeah, that's bad. Okay, well. So the good news is that Molobot resists being charmed. The bad news is that he's now hexed. So we can no longer deal damage to the hexe. Because Molobot will die if that happens. But yeah, this is going okay so far, but let's see what the White Direwolf does before we celebrate. And I guess we'll use a net on this raider as well. I'm going to let the White Direwolf attack before we try to stun it. I think. Is there a point in that? We can still take damage at this point, but I guess we can maybe keep it stunned like forever. Maybe, if we get lucky. So let's just try it. Okay, we miss a 67. Immediately breaks free. But is only able to land one hit. So not too bad there. Not too bad at all. And we could get next to the Hex with Baldwin. If we wanted to, we could also go for the Raider here. Let's wait on that. Okay, thanks to resilience, Sami's stun is immediately cleared. So that's a good resilient there. Let's equip a net here. Let's use another net on the White Direwolf. And Emmerich attack, I guess the Frenzied Direwolf. We show just advance. Halvor attack the Raider. Nice hit. Okay, let's go for the Raider here with Baldwin. Miss. And Borkild. Just advance here, I guess. Okay, let's attack the White Direwolf here. Use the net on the Raider just to be able to kill it more reliably here. Can't shoot at the Hex because we are hexed. So instead we have to wait and see what the Hex does. Okay, let's see if we can kill the Raider. Nope. Raider goes for Sami again. Deals a little bit of damage. Also, Wolf now has bleed from Graces. That's not going to deal too much damage though. Deal a little bit of damage there. Okay, let's... Guess we try for the stun. Successfully. It's going to get cleared immediately because they have resilient, I think. Don't see it in this list, but I might be blind. Okay, no. Whatever. There goes the Raider. Good. Yeah, it got cleared immediately there. Well, it's only one turn anyway for this stun. Knock over. Anyway, this White Direwolf unable to do anything against us during this particular round. And so far we are holding, though our armor has been destroyed on Wolf and on Sami for the most part. Anyway, let's advance here. Let's get next to the Hex here and wait. Okay, well, Malabots has been charmed, so someone is getting shot. Such is life in a mercenary company. We can move, however, because a crossbow doesn't have a zone of control. Guess we just... well, we could... let's equip the blast net on Gajon instead of moving. Let's move Serhilda here, possibly get into stunning range. Okay, Malabod got the stun stick out. He's no longer hexed, so we can now kill the hex. As long as we can actually get in range and land something on it. Let's move here and rotate Baldwin. I think Baldwin still has... does he still have action points actually? Where are they? 3. Okay, not enough. But I guess we could still do the rotation there. Right. And white direwolves have second wind, so if we stun it and then deal damage that takes its hit point status to below 50%, that stun is going to be immediately cleared by that. So we might want to keep that in mind. It's not currently stunned though, so we can just deal damage to it without fearing the consequence. Use a net on the frenzied direwolf as well, even though it's a bit unnecessary perhaps. It will make it easier to hit it at least. Okay, can anyone actually get to range on the hex before it acts? Yes, Borkild actually does have that turn order even with the heavy armor. As does Baldwin. Okay, the hex is dead. So we can go for a... well, we shouldn't go for a stun actually, because the white direwolf is at just over 200 hit points. But let's move here anyway. We can stun it after it has acted at least. Okay. So at this point the fight should be basically over. I think. Can even kill the hex with Emmerich, though the argument could be made that his action points are better used hitting this frenzied direwolf instead, since Baldwin and Borkild between them can kill the hex, I believe, even in one hit, so we don't need to like play it overly safe. So let's instead hit the frenzied direwolf here. Alright. This is a long list of stuff on Wolf here. Also, yeah, we have in the zone. But it doesn't actually say if we have any stacks of it, so maybe we don't actually have stacks of it. Maybe we haven't actually dodged at all. Let's see, what does this perk description actually say? If your initiative is higher than twice your armor's weight, you start the battle with stacks equal to your armor's weight above 15. Oh, okay, so that kind of limits it. If I read that correctly and understood it. So it's more geared towards light. So if we had heavier armor, we would actually start with some stacks of this. But we have exactly 15 fatigue penalty here. Okay, well that's good to know. Never really used in the zone much, so live and learn. We can still make use of that ability, but it's a bit wasted on people with nimble if that's the case, unless we like purposefully go over the nimble threshold of 15. Can even do nimble plus lithe. That's a possibility. I'm not sure what the nimble percentage is in that case though. But yeah, it's more of a lithe thing, I guess. Need to remember that actually. So maybe for Sami in the zone is actually not that great because Sami is also nimble already. Anywho, let's concentrate on the fight here, I guess. Yeah. Enhanced stamina, so second wind has been activated. We can now stun the white direwolf, like so. So this fight should be well in hand. There goes the hex. Warkild can actually not get to anything. So I don't know. This fight started against 5 opponents. I mean, white direwolf is tough, yeah, but maybe this was on the easier side. I mean, considering the result, it does indicate that. But if it had gone differently, I guess some people could have died. Had those charms hit people, had the Coven leader not moved like a moron during her first round. Anywho, don't know if we need to analyze this any further. But yeah, successful contract. No one levels. Get some various beast parts here. Get some throwing nets back. Okay, so yeah, that was fairly easy. And we gained almost 4,000 crowns. Okay. Let's change our lineup here just a little bit, or our positioning. Re-equip some nets. Okay. Took a little bit of damage, but do we need to stop and repair that? Not necessarily, I don't think. So we can immediately move, I guess. Okay, so let's head to Hemmelsburg, buy some tools. And who's a drunk now? Serhilda has become a drunkard. That is slightly annoying, but it can be whipped out of them if we so choose. Should have that happy powder for that to be reliable though, and we don't have it. So maybe we just tolerate a couple of drunks in our company for now. We have 24 out of 25 people. But let's try out this deserter anyway. Okay. Marketplace. Already have training equipment, don't need it. We need tools though. Even the expensive tools we will take. Check the weaponsmith since we do have money. Armorer has... Okay, this is either lithe or nimble. It's okay. Not sure I want to spend over 9,000 crowns on it though. There's also a head armor layer, which we will skip. So we either take this Masterforged Gambler's Pride, or we skip everything. It's okay, yeah, it's definitely okay for nimble. Can use that like instead of something like a lamellar armor or basic mail shirt. I guess we'll take it, even though it is expensive and quite possibly not worth the money, but let's take it. Let's live a little. Okay, so Sami already has a famed layer on number 2 here. So who is our second most valuable nimble character? I guess it's probably Wolf. Yeah. So we can now get rid of this basic mail shirt and add this Master Forged Gambler's Pride instead. Which means we have one more fatigue to make use of, if we so choose. We don't really need to like optimize it that far though. We can just leave it be here for now, especially since it's during the episode and I do aim to do most of the inventory stuff between episodes so I don't bore my viewers. Anywho, I guess that's what everything we want to do in this citadel here. We could also buy a donkey, I guess. But I guess we already have like enough inventory room. Currently we are kind of full, but that will change very soon because we are heading to sell our crap at our good city where we have decent prices. What's this though? Marauder greenskins, okay. So let's skip the second donkey. I might take it from the event. Now so we see brigands. I guess we'll butcher them. They have a butcher, so that is fitting. Do we change our lineup? I would like to bring Bava, but Bava has a grazed eye socket, which severely limits her usefulness. So we will not do that. Is there someone I would like to have sit out so I can train people? Maybe like Emmerich. I don't need Emmerich's contribution, even though he is a good damage dealer. So let's instead of Emmerich bring like Akbar. And our weaponry is fine. Everything should be fairly fine here. Wolf has like taken a little bit of damage, but only a little bit. And if he can't live against brigands with his 60 hit points and freedom of movement, then he just doesn't deserve to live. So good luck, Wolf. You might need it. How's our inventory space though? Could combine a few things here to make more space. So put that there and that there. Guess those can go on that. That can go on this. Don't actually have any helmets without a helmet layer. Okay, let's fight. Should be an easy fight. But I have been known to be wrong in the past, so you never know. But yeah, at this point we are doing pretty well. So brigands should no longer be a threat unless they come like extremely well equipped and with large numbers. So don't even need to think that much about what we're doing here. But I guess we'll use someone to trigger them as usual, instead of blindly rushing in. Okay, they're edging towards us. Chloe, you can advance here. So Chloe with her over 300 initiative, plus freedom of movement, plus resilient, is super safe. Unless she gets like dazed and staggered, I guess. Which is always possible, I suppose. But it's a bit unlikely. So we should be pretty safe using Chloe this aggressively. Okay, Wolf can advance here. Enhard, I guess you need to hold this flank. So move I don't really care if this Warbrand gets a hit in on someone like Enhard. Has 62 melee defense and freedom of movement, so we can advance further. Definitely can do that. Okay, let's shoot a bolt at Till Four Fingers. Okay. He now has a pierced hand, as well as 4 fingers on one hand. Sami can be used aggressively here. Guess we go for the 66. Nice one. Kajon, also nimble initiative tank, can be used aggressively without too much trouble. Let's just go for a flank here, I guess. Serhilda the Netmaster can use nets without many repercussions. Let's use one there. Kill the dog, please. Move. Okay, Visho is someone who does need to be a little bit careful with his 34 melee defense and dastard status. So let's not be as aggressive with him as with the others. Move here, I guess. Volram, you can, I don't know, take a position around here. Akbar is going to be nimble, is currently like basically Battleforge plus dodge, so semi-safe. Only has 50 hit points though, and only 18 melee defense currently. But we should be able to move here, probably. Yeah, we can move there without too much danger. And Baldwin, go for this guy. Miss an 87, okay. And finally Borghild. Also, why are you still called a trainee? You're level 11, should change that. You're like a deserter Battleforge knight at the moment. Melee defense 36, so not stellar, but it's okay. Let's move at least here, but do we want this spot instead? It's probably fine. Right, wait. Attack. Probably get a kill here if we hit. Yes, good. Attack this guy now. Didn't have any fencers in our Crusader run because no one had initiative. So this is a huge change in how this run is going. We have like most of our people nimble and using initiative as well. We have only like a couple of Battleforged people. So it's fun to play with a different set of weapons like this fencing sword. With high maneuverability. Okay, Mr. Four Fingers. Take that. Now has a pierced chest as well. Wait. Okay, weird move by this Warbrand guy. But who am I to complain about that? Who am I to complain? And at this point, I don't know if I care about daggering things, though something like this 300 armor will be worth a lot of money, so maybe. Maybe. Alright, let's see. Do we want to daze this guy? Probably don't need to. How about this guy though? Let's do that. It's only a raider though, so a bit of a needless death, I guess. The guy will die pretty easily. Anywho, let's keep killing. That was an 86, okay. 76. Do have over 100 melee skill, so I don't really need to like look at the percentages before I make the decision there. We have 2 targets available and we have Berserk and over 100 melee skill. In an easy fight like this, it's not really necessary to like play 100% optimally. Okay, let's see, do these guys actually have... No, they don't. So I would like to make like an S-stock build, which is a 2-handed initiative-based sword. But Enhard doesn't have 2-handed swords available. What about the Wolf? Also no. So Wolf might become also a fencer eventually. But no S-stock builds as far as I can see. These guys are going for the flank. I guess I should stop them instead of going for the blacksmith. Off with your head. Yeah, the in the zone. Should have like read the description. You gain stacks when you dodge. But yeah, this really rewards lithe builds. Makes sense since it's from the medium armor perk group. Oh well, it's not like the end of the world if we have quote-unquote useless perks on some people. Just attack here. Also, this guy broke free, which is a bit annoying. Have another one, please. Okay. Keep on killing. Nice damage there. Only a raider, which explains it. Yeah, in hindsight I should have given Wolf something else like Vengeance or Berserk. Wolf has lots of fatigue cost reduction, so Berserk would have made far more sense than in the zone. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, let's shoot at, I guess, the Four Fingers again. This time gets pierced side. So he's getting a lot of piercings. Not overly impressive damage there. Okay, let's let these master archers and this marksman tickle us. Oh, it hurts so much. Oh no. I think master archers should be buffed. I mean, currently they're a little bit of a joke, actually, at this point in the game. Like, when you first meet them, they're terrifying for a little bit, and then they become largely irrelevant. Maybe like give them back some belts and some like javelins or something so they can be deadly up close. Something like that. Or take away close combat archers so they can actually deal damage for people who are a little bit of a distance away from them. Anywho, let's keep on destroying them. Keep on destroying. Alright, that opens a pathway to the Master Archers. Does this guy have Berserk? No. So ideally we kill the Master Archers here and don't let them flee because their equipment is worth quite a bit. The weaponry, that is. But they're not going to flee yet, so it's fine. The poor swords can't even land an aimed shot against Wolf. It's a bit sad. So Akbar currently doesn't have any fatigue, but in just one level he will be nimble and will have a bunch more fatigue. Could have also made him Battleforged, but that's wasting his initiative, I think. But yeah, in the future, if I make dodge initiative builds, I need to consider the in the zone armor requirements a little bit more. But they're not requirements, but they're almost like requirements. Right, let's just get... well, let's wait first, before we get next to the Master Archers. There's one as well. And yeah, daggering this guy for his armor might be beneficial as well. So I guess we'll get next to him. Make sure he doesn't flee. Okay, that's disappointing. Guess Enhard can just move probably next to the Master Archer, make sure he doesn't get away. Okay, we get hit by 5%, so this guy is saying no to our plan. Doesn't manage to do the miracle twice though. Anywho, let's just kill the rest of these guys and then probably dagger this guy. So this is only a raider, but still has 300 body armor. which is kind of impressive. Yeah, you can get next to Sami if you like. It's fine. It's completely fine. Also, I think maybe nets should be nerfed, because at the moment they basically trivialize a lot of the content. So maybe instead of, I think it's 50% for melee defense, initiative and range defense that it takes away. It should maybe like take away, let's say 30 or 35% instead. Or come up with some other way of nerfing it, because it's a bit too strong, I think. Maybe. Also, do these guys have steel brow? They do. Okay, well. Whatever. Of course, that would make the early game on legendary difficulty far more difficult. But even the 30% malus to melee, well, the defenses and initiative is quite high, and probably sufficient to enable these slightly weaker starts to make it into the mid game and further if you nerf nets. I mean, I guess nets aren't mandatory for that either, but they do make it far more easy to reliably deal with some tougher enemies. But especially with the addition of the net perks, I think something should be done about it. It's a bit too strong at the moment. Only my opinion though. Wolf, I guess we go for this guy. Oh, there's a brush there. Well, doesn't matter. But yeah, nets are a huge lifesaver, especially if your team is kind of not stellar. So, for example, our run for a long time, our highest melee skill was like 60 or maybe like 70 for our militia spear militia person. So nets really carried that part, even when we couldn't like find nets reliably. The few nets that we had enabled us to advance the run. So if they were nerfed, I guess a run like this might have failed because of that. So I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, using a net here like basically trivializes daggering these high armor targets, and a net costs like 50 to 100 crowns, and an armor like this is, I don't know, 4,000, 3,000 at least. Well, you'll get like 20% of that when you sell it, but still. Still, I guess we just go ahead and use it in that case. So move Chloe. Get someone with a dagger in there. Like, it's not like we even needed the net here, but whatever. Like, does make it simpler. Okay. So get a bunch of stuff and exactly fill our inventory, so it's a good thing we did that inventory management before this fight. Let's re-equip our nets. Just as I have given my speech about possibly needing to nerf nets, I will continue to use them myself. Then again, I do have the handicaps for this run, so we could be using 20 people in our fighting line, but instead we are only using 14. Anyway, Akbar gets to level 7. And we'll take the +5 initiative here. Could also take the resolve, I guess. But let's boost the initiative. And pick up Nimble. Now his armor needs to be changed. So let's put him in the reserves, get Imrek back in there. We can change his armor in a little bit. Between episodes, that is. Do we need to repair? Maybe. But not really, actually. So, yeah. Do we need to equip anything here? Probably not. Yeah, doesn't seem like it. So we can just keep on moving to Brookstad. Alright. Also, game's lagging a bit because there were some patrols there. I think some green skins. So we are probably getting the green skin crisis next. Anyway, we've made it to Brookstad. We'll probably take this caravan here. But let's camp, because we are here to sell stuff. We also need to repair stuff again, since we have more of it. So all the high value stuff will get repaired. Probably. Eventually. It's a slow progress, but yeah, what about salvage? Do we have stuff that we'd prefer to salvage instead of selling? Yes, we do. So at least those shields. That's 5, that's fine, I guess. How many is this? Yeah, it's a good amount. It's fine. It's fine. Even though it would sell for some monies, it's fine to just take the tools, I guess. Same with these. And that. Okay, now we need to assign someone there. Guess we don't need a scout necessarily here. Let's have more than one guy on salvage duty. That's fine. Do we have something to craft? White wolf belt mantle. So is this a number 4? I don't remember. Or is this a number 5? It seems to be a number 5, which makes it kinda not great. It's okay, I guess. Not sure I want to craft that though. Make some nacho trophies. Fire pots are also available. Don't usually use them, but I guess sometimes they could be okay. Make some food, I guess. Fire pot. I guess I could make a couple of them. Just in case I want to use them. Also throwing nets. Also nacho trophies. I'll hold off on this white wolf belt mantle for now. Okay. And let's wait for a little bit before we sell stuff. Good enough. Okay, let's see. Selling price is 24. That is extremely good. Okay, so we will get quite a bit of money here. Money, 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 money. Let's also buy these throwing nets, even though at this point we might not need them anymore because we have a good reserve of them. Sell those, sell these, sell that. So these have a rage attack, but don't really need them, probably. I mean, definitely don't need them. What I meant to say is that I don't really want to use them, I guess. Not using an unfamed stock, I don't think. Though I could do it on someone like Wolf, who has mind over body and other sorts of fatigue cost reduction as well. Sell the arming swords, apart from the one that isn't fixed. Guess I'll sell the chain mace as well. Swayhander, I could maybe use that, but let's sell it. Let's also sell the skull hammer. Sell, 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 sell. Sell, sell. I'll greedily hold on to these and repair them, even though it might be like even detrimental to keep our inventory spaces blocked by them. Spetum. I guess I'll keep a Spetum just in case I like use a spear wall on a future character. No, I don't know. It's a bit... I don't know. I don't really need to. I guess I'll sell it. Never mind. Just sell it. Keep the daggers because we still have knives on people. Sell those, sell these, sell that. I'll sell this. I'll keep one whip, I guess, even though I don't plan on using it. But most of the money will probably come from selling these armors, because we have a huge amount of battle-forged and lithe armors that we aren't using, because most of our people are nimble. So this thing, for example, worth 6,750, we will just sell it. This mediocre one, sell, sell, sell. I would like the tabard out of that, so let's not sell it yet. We can keep like one super heavy armor as a reserve thing. This thing can... well, that thing also has a tabard. I guess I should take the tabards out, like immediately. Immediately take them out. Does this thing have anything I want? Probably not. So the simple cloaks... I don't know, I guess I could like min-max my nimble armors with them, but don't really have a need to do so. Or the desire, I should say. Okay, so take the tabards out. Let's immediately distribute them as well. So the rest of this episode will be this inventory management, I guess. Feel free to skip ahead if you're still watching. So put these tabards on. Get some resolve out of them. So there used to be a bug where you equipped these armor layers and they wouldn't be fixed if you equipped them, so you needed to fix them in the inventory like this. But I do believe that is no longer the case, so we should be able to just add this here. And if we see this percentage go down, then that proves that theory. Yes, it does, okay. So don't need to worry about that thing anymore. We can just immediately equip stuff. Okay, is that enough of that? I don't see any more tabards, do I? Is this a tabard? It is a tabard, okay. I have any more of them though? Well, if I do, I'll find them on my own. So now let's sell stuff. Sell a lot of stuff here. Also should remove this headbands, etc, etc. I'll keep this Agathon cap because it's a good nimble armor. This full Agathon cap is less good because it weighs one more. But yeah, lots of stuff to sell. I'll keep the pole hammer, I guess. And I guess I should actually keep these padded surcoats, etc. and just like salvage them instead. So let's buy them back. These gambusons, that is. Don't need this. Go away. Don't need a 150. Don't need a 100. Okay, we are at 50,000 crowns now, so we have basically beaten the economy at this point, even with our 20% malus from our starting scenario, the Beast Slayers. But yeah, we can only really do this at this one specific city at the moment, which is a bit detrimental because we will always need to travel back here to sell stuff. Let's see, do I want to sell anything more? I like to keep some of these basic mail shirts and leather lamellar armors just in case I need to like change some nimble-ish gear, even though they're not the best nimble stuff. Don't need these, I don't think. These are mostly for Battleforge people. We'll get a lot more of those anyway. Okay, do I want to sell this great axe? We have one in use, so I guess we can sell it. We'll get more of those. We'll get famed versions as well. Also, we do have this Axe of the North. I guess we'll just sell that as well, since it's kind of bad, actually. Also, we have this flail here, which is pretty bad. Let's sell it. And maybe that's enough. Let's sell that though. Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay, so a lot of inventory stuff there, but if you didn't care about it, then you probably stopped watching already. Anyway, next time we will take... Well, there's no caravan anymore, actually. I guess next time we'll just head back south. Try to find those hyena pelts, finally. Maybe stop by at Steinforst Volheim first to get some more tools. Anywho, that will be next time. Thank you for watching. I'll see you then.